Welcome to Python learning session. Today we will talk about tab number 11, exercise applied to each. So let me briefly go through the introduction of the question here, the context. So we have a function called applied to each, and it has been given to us that this function is takes a list and applies a function to the each item in the list. It is a in-place substitution, so there's no need to return anything like that. And now let's say we have a test list called 1, minus 4, 8, and minus 9 is a test list we have. And we want to apply something on top of this. We want to apply some function on top of this. Now, let's say if you want a test list to be 5, minus 20, 40, and minus 45, then we have given an example that we can apply to create a function called def times 5 a and return that, and it will give us the minus 5, minus 20, 40, and minus 45. Similarly, what we need to do is we need to create a function such that we want to target the target data to be 1, 4, 8, 9. And for that, let's create a function to do that. First of all, let's get started by creating a apply to each function. Now we have created apply to each function. Now let's create a new function here, and can you tell me what should be this new function be? Do, and what we are doing here is we are removing the negative sign. Therefore, I'll just name it as a ABS and take A. And now can you tell me what should be the function we should be using here? Don't follow the prompts there. Just tell me, can you think that what should be the appropriate function that we need to use to get what we need, the target data set? Exactly. Well, I will be doing the apps function. Therefore, we can safely say that return ABS will give us the remove all those negative sign and give us the positive values from the list. Now, let's test it, what we have just built. For that, I'll be creating a test list again. Test list will be our list, and value we have is 1, minus 4, 8, 9. This is the test list we have, and we'll apply to each to do this. And what we have here is we'll print the test list and see what we have, what we get. And we'll print the test list and see what we get. And we have 1, 4, 8, 9. And this is exactly what we need. Next thing is a we want target data set to be 2, minus 3, 9, and minus 8. For that, we need to create again a new function. And what it's actually doing here is taking a input data set and adding on 1 to that. So 1 becomes 2, minus 9 becomes minus 8. So we need to add 1. So let's create a new function, and let's do add, takes the input. Can you tell me what should be the expression we need to put here? We need to put return a plus 1. If you do this, you'll just add 1 to the input variable. And now next step is to test it. Let's test this. For this, we'll again take this we have before and just paste it here, and we'll change the function name to do add, and let's see what we get. And we got 2, minus 3, 9, and minus 8. This is exactly what we need. Now, moving on to exercise number 3, what we have here? We have a target data set 1, 16, 64, and 81. What's doing today? What's doing to the input data set? Let's see. It is squaring them. Minus 4 squared is 16, 8 squared is 64. Now, we need to create a new function that squares the input data set, and def do square. That's going to be a new function. Now, can you tell me what should be the expression we need to put here? We should square this. That is a times square. We need to square this. That is a times square. And if we do this, it'll give us the square of the each item, and it'll apply that to the each item of the list. Now let's run this. Now what we need to do is we need to test it. Let's test this, and here we'll do square of this, and let's see what happens. And 1, 16, 64, 81. This is output. This is exactly output what we need. Now let's summarize what we learned today. We learned about apply to each, and it takes two things. It takes a list, and it takes a function to apply each item to the list. And we tested. We were given a list, and we were given several output or target outputs, and we created some functions that would take each item list and apply to the each item list to give the target output. And when we did that, we were all successful. So that's all for today. I'll see you next learning session. Thank you so much.